Last week on Shipwrecked. Jimmy Short and Beard gave him the watered-down looks and vocal resemblance of fellow Irishman Ronan Keating, while Brad discussed mercury levels in dolphins. Petra kicked Wilson's sister into the briny, and my job as a narrator stood for a brief while on shaky ground. This episode, however, we find the boys at midday. The weather is awful. A storm has hit the island. The thunder and lightning is terrifying, and the boys are out in the middle of it collecting coconuts when suddenly...
Fuck this! I'm not wandering out in rain doing this shit for the sake of a second-rate radio play.
Yeah, and I can't get my hair wet. It goes all curly.
No, Jimmy, you're not the girl anymore. That was last week, mate.
I'm still cold and wet.
Right, I'll be in the cave till storm pisses off. Or Jimmy, whichever comes first.
After a quick rethink regarding the weather, the storm clears up almost immediately, giving way to cloudless skies and sunshine, as birds other than the usual seagull chirp. Jimmy skips his way along the beach, singing "Loo, Loo, skip to my Loo," as he goes off in search for a toilet.
Loo, Loo, skip to my Loo, 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 skip to...
But comes to an abrupt stop as he trips over a half-buried wooden chest in the sand.
Oh, so fuck! Oh, what the hell?
Meanwhile, Brad finds a washed-up fish and puts it out to dry in order to make an island version of piscatorial jerky.
A chest! I found a chest! It could be treasure!
Oh, it could be an out.
This jerky's gonna be good, boys.
What?
He's drying a fish for us to eat. Man, I love a dry piece of fish. Hope we get the fizz. Good meat on a fish fizz.
What kind of fish is it?
Hey, Brad, what kind of fish is that?
Dunno, a snapper or something?
I think that's a seagull.
He's a fucking fisherman.
I'm sure it's a seagull.
He knows his fish. I bet he even comes from a long line of fishmongers.
Yeah, all lining up for the door because they don't know what a fish is.
No, you're talking shit.
Then how come he's plucking feathers off it then?
Flying fish, maybe?
All this talk of fish has distracted the boys away from the wooden chest, allowing me some time to work out what may be hidden inside.
Right, I got the fish done.
Seagull.
What?
No.
He coughed when he said seagull to disguise the word seagull, Brad.
Oh, shut up, Jimmy.
What is?
The chest you tripped over about 5 minutes ago.
What chest?
Oh, the one I tripped over just 5 minutes ago.
Why is everyone repeating?
I think it's from that warm coconut milk I was drinking earlier.
As the men get their stomachs sorted out after the wild rum and milk binge the previous episode, focus is put back on the half-buried chest.
What we need is something to open this lock.
Jimmy.
What?
Jimmy, that's your cue, mate.
I drank a penny!
That's not it. Read the fucking script. Say the line again, Petra.
I says, what we need is something to open this lock.
Oh, will these do?
Where'd you get a pair of bolt cutters from?
I found them over there by that big bag of rubber bands and the do-it-yourself emergency flaming coconut distress flare slings. Shit.
Have another go at it.
Found them! Found them over by that big bag of rubber bands and the do-it-yourself emergency flaming coconut distress flare slingshot kit.
Okay, now this is like a pantomime, this. Just over there. That's pretty convenient, eh?
You didn't think about that.
Wait a second, if you can just conveniently find fucking flares, why can't you just conveniently find a boat? We get the fuck off this island.
Because I've got nothing else to do with me time, mate. Other than shipwrecked, I'm fucking bored at home. No one visits me. Let's just get back to the script and get back to it.
It?
Yeah, it. Yeah. Didn't you even think to mention it?
It?
Yes, it. Why wouldn't you bother mentioning it?
Oh, Christ.
Because although I find Stephen King a great writer with an excess of 36 movies to his name and a career spanning 47 years, to focus on one particular film whose main role is a child-killing clown, whilst we are stuck on a desert island, is in my books highly inappropriate.
The fuck are you going on about?
It!
Right, pass us bolt cutters.
You just knocked him out, mate.
As Petra makes up for missing Jimmy with the coconut last episode, he accidentally hits Ireland's 2002 Young Goat Breeder of the Year to the ground with one swift hit from the bolt cutters. Brad looks at his notes and can't remember writing that bit into the story, while a sandworm pokes his head up for a brief look to see if the seagull has still not shown up. Petra opens the chest.
Waste of time. I knew it. There's no gold, no fucking treasure. Just a waste of me time.
Yeah, who the fuck buries a treasure chest full of bloody tennis balls?
Oh, I don't know. But let's get it covered up before bloody Tom Hanks over here wakes up.
Righto.
This sort of thing does me head in. It's just pointless.
The boys kick sand over the chest and head over to the do-it-yourself flaming coconut distress flare slingshot kit and start the arduous task of building the aforementioned do-it-yourself flaming coconut... you get the picture.
Oh, this is gonna take fucking hours.
Realizing Petra has raised a valid point, I organized a work crew to come in and put together the do-it-yourself flare kit, while Petra, Brad, and Jimmy relax on some fairly comfortable deck chairs, kindly provided by the generous people at Brad and Randall's cheap seating warehouse.
Pretty comfy, these chairs.
We're finished, boys.
What?
We're all done. Slingshot's ready to go.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Fucking work crew, Jesus.
It's the perks of being an actor, mate, I told you. Right, where were we up to?
Back to work then.
Oh, yep.
Am I still knocked out?
Aye. Cunt.
As Jimmy hits the ground and the work crew take to the sky, the fading sound of their helicopter in the east is replaced by the noise of an aircraft coming in from the west.
Quick, mate, light up a coconut.
Could be eating these coconuts.
Brad hastily pulls out his less than fragrant lighter and throws it to Petra.
Oh, fuck's sakes, what's this shit?
Sorry, mate, I thought it was a lighter.
Refusing to take any more part in Brad's game of catch, Petra sternly tells him to light the fucking coconut.
Light the fucking coconut.
Jimmy comes to as Petra loads the slingshot with the flaming coconut and sends it hurling skyward.
Coconut! Fire!
Stop, drop, and roll!
Fucking hell.
Fucking Zulu.
As Petra launches the coconut, the unsuspecting pilot is addressing his passengers.
A very good day to you, as your captain speaking. We're currently flying at about 1,000 feet.
The flaming coconut flies through the sky as the boys think of freedom.
This is it, boys!
Oh shit, it's gonna hit the plane!
You're running into a coconut, mate.
What the fuck's that?
She's coming down! Run for your bastard legs!
That's fucking right, you know. This is run. Oh, fuck, he just ruined his sandcastle. Fuck it.
I can't even hit a fucking dartboard yet. I can take a plane down with a coconut.
As Petra talks of darts and Brad worries about his sandcastle getting wrecked by the plane crash, Jimmy runs for his life, tripping over the buried wooden chest, discovering the tennis balls inside.
Wilson's sisters! I struck gold!
Brad and Petra run to the plane wreckage as Jimmy drags a chest to the cave for a big night in with his island bounty. Through the smoke, Brad spots the pilot crawling out of the wreckage.
Christ, mate, are you alright?
Oh, I tell you, mate, I've been a lot better. Why the fuck would you launch a fucking flaming coconut at me, cuntooks?
Yeah, look, I'm really sorry about that, mate. It was just a flare. It was meant to... Fuck me, is that John Wilson? Hey, Petra, it's John Wilson.
Oh, Jesus fucking wept. Even on a deserted island, I can't get away from the cunt.
This
PetraChelli!
is unbelievable.
Oh, come on, mate. It would be just like old times.
Will you shut up? Fucking knob.
As John and Petra catch up on old times, Brad finds a sandwich in John's lunchbox, ham and cheese between two slices of white bread. He enjoys it while the boys continue the conversation.
Do you remember we used to do a Spreaker show together? Oh, and if we'd lived closer to each other, I'm sure we would have moved in.
So gay.
How about sandwich?
Oh, and do you remember the jokes, hey? Hello, good evening, I'm John Wilson. Oh, you can't complain about shit. You got him for free.
I mean, it's a horrible thing, but
Ice creamaholic.
kind of hoping I die.
Clean.
Or he does.
No, for...
Preferably him.
Got any more of these sandwiches, John?
As Petra steps forward to tell us his true feelings on the matter, John stays in the background telling jokes. As the missing seagull we haven't seen all episode free falls from God knows how far up at a great rate of knots, spearing John, beak first, straight through the heart, resulting in the greatest case of good luck, bad luck the boys have ever witnessed.
Fuck me, he's dead. Almost dead.
Amazing.
He's dying.
Here I was thinking you'd pluck that thing at the start of the episode and called it a fish.
Yeah, I know. You're a bit of a dickhead sometimes, mate.
So as the day draws to an end, Brad and Petra feast on some partially dried and salted fish, while Jimmy parties into the wee hours with Wilson's inbred family. The seagull is buried alongside the pilot, and a single tear rolls down Petra's face, while out at sea, a lone seal, lost in the ocean currents, gets eaten by a tiger shark.
Did that really happen?
It's possible.
Next week on Shipwrecked! Shipwrecked! Shipwrecked!
After spending 3 long days with a tummy upset due to the jerky Brad made from a washed-up fish, the boys had some time to think about how much they really do appreciate functional plumbing, deck chairs, and clean cigarette lighters. Plus not much more on next week's exciting episode of Shipwrecked. 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 It was a long one.